Welcome back, guys. Another behind the season episode. So Matty Ice and I are now in Idaho. I think we're actually crossing the state line. Here's the sign. So welcome to Idaho. We're driving up to meet up with Logan. So funny story, Logan has had a once-in-a-lifetime moose tag for this season's hunt, which runs like a couple months, and he has been scouting, he's been using trail cameras, and he's seeing a lot of bull moose, but nothing that really got him excited until yesterday. And to be honest, our season has been so hot and dry between Idaho and Utah that our October hunts have been pretty mellow because of the heat. But yesterday was a cold snap. Logan went out and glassed for moose, and he found a bull that he has not seen yet, and it looked like a giant. So yesterday I ran up here to go pursue the bull. We were gonna go in and kill him, and then suddenly it was a whiteout blizzard. You can see some of the mountains have like snow-capped tops. So we got the call this morning. The storm supposedly wasn't gonna lift till noon, so we didn't think too much of it. But the storm lifted. Logan got out there and glassed the bull, and it sounds like he made a dash for it and killed the bull already. So we're like an hour behind, unfortunately. We didn't get to see the kill shot happen, but we're going up there to help him, to congratulate him. This is a once-in-a-lifetime tag, guys. This is a big deal. Just like Casey's was last season. He shot that giant bull moose in velvet with his bow. This is a similar thing where you get the tag once in your life. So Logan got it. He killed a good bull, and I don't know if he's walked up to it or not, but we're gonna go up there on the mountain, meet up with Logan, congratulate him, help him get some killer pictures and cut him up and pack him out. So I hope these guys can just be a little more patient and wait for us so we can go in there with him. But congratulations, Logan. I know you've already got the bull down, but we can't wait to get up there and put our hands on him with you. So guys, we're bringing you along. Welcome to Behind the Seasons. Guys, we just got to where we could see Logan and his buddies. They're at the bull. They dropped us an OnX pin. Pretty easy to follow their tracks through the snow, but they don't know we're here yet. We're gonna go celebrate with them, give Logan some high fives, hugs, and hopefully pack this sucker out. But last night we were here, guys, there was no snow on the ground yet. This all dumped overnight, which probably made for seeing a big bull moose in the snow pretty cool. You guys have permission to be here? Dude, I don't got service, dog.
We don't either. Guys, dude. What up, Matty?
What up, Logie?
Is this his bed right here?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Here's where he was bedded.
Man, perfect time. He slipped and big.
Oh man, his points look long in that snow picture.
That's one to tag out on too.
Heck yeah, bro. Dang, he's cool, dude.
Matty. Made it, bro.
What's up, dog? Congrats.
Thanks, man.
Fingers everywhere.
Smoke.
Right?
He's wicked.
Bro, that's a sweet.
He's the one.
No doubt about it.
Dude, his palms. Come look at this, see?
Yeah, like in your video from a long ways away, you can just tell there was so much bone on that right side.
Yeah.
I could never tell where his split to his fronts were, and this is why.
Yeah. It's like a bull, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
the wave to it's freaking sweet.
This one's only 2, but dude,
It's
it's all
all
bladed.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for this unit. There's no way.
Oh,
Look how chocolatey.
Compared to, that's a big bull. That's a stud.
He's
Nice
great.
one, Logan.
Yeah.
His kill shot's cool too.
I bet.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, in the bed, it was just me and Caden, and I'm like, we're standing there BSing for like 35 minutes, dude. And we're like, oh, I wonder where that bull is. Where the guys are gonna get up here. And Caden looks down to the left. He's like, what's that black thing? Is that a tree? I pull up my binos, dude, and instantly I'm like, that's him. 170 yards bedded away. So set your death grip up standing. Well, first I threw my gun in the snow on accident. Caden drops his phone. We get all set up, and it's like, I'm on him, and I go, I gotta take a second. So I'm like breathing. I'm like, do you think I shoot him bedded? Because there was brush like covering him up, and I'm like, dude, they're so big. It's not like he's a deer. He's gonna jump up and bolt.
170 yards.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, dude.
I'm like, we're doing it. So dude, just boom,
Standing?
boom, boom, standing.
He never got up.
No, he kind of tried. But that first shot, he was dead. Second shot was whatever. Then third shot was through the heart, and he just.
Wake me up when the season's gone.
The only other time
I wasted all my dawns on.
Yeah, the only other time when I met this kid, I was setting my literal my 21st trail
What do I
camp.
do?
Timer rolled up and was BSing with me.
Oh, what do I?
Add to folder.
Yep.
Zoom in.
I get took just cause I'm scared. Love's just another drug
that's exactly
I have
what I do.
grown a victim to.
Anyways.
Bet, look what they got to hold up.
Yeah, right.
What do I do?
Nice.
Oh, what do I?
It's like secondary backstrap.
All is fair in love and war. So what the hell are we even fighting for? On the front porch begging for my dawns back. Give my goddamn records and my clothes back. Cause I'm cool.
Oh no, let him do that. Let him do it.
Oh,
I was running over there.
and by the time she wakes, I'll be halfway to my mama's home. It just dawned on me life is as fleeting as the passing dawn. And it was my mistake, she never said a thing about Jesus. I miss my mother's southern drawl and her praying through the walls in the evening. Give me my dawns back. Everything that dies makes its way back. I lost her last July in a heart attack. I need one small victory. Give me my dawns back. 'Cause everything that dies makes its way on back. I lost her last July in a heart attack. I need one small victory.
Because it sucks. I was like, we're gonna beat them.
We were banking on it.
Dinner.
All right, guys, in this video, we're going to give you 3 tips to help you have a more accurate hunting rifle. Tip number 1, mounting your scope properly.
I know what you're saying. I appreciate it. Okay.
What's up, bud? How are you? How you been? Oh, you good? What do you say?
What up?
How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
See you guys.
You
What's
got
new?
some clients today that shot
I did
or
have
what?
one this morning. Rochester, New York. No way. Never shot over 150 yards. We went to 1,000.
He's probably fired up.
I don't think it's really said it.
Did he do the whole like build the gun from
Yeah,
scratch?
but
and
he was
go?
going on a hunt, I guess, with somebody in southern Utah. Okay. And this was just kind of on the
sweet.
way.
That's cool. I bet he's thought that was pretty cool.
He liked
You don't have to shoot very far in New York, huh?
No, he said like 150, 200 yards max.
Yeah. Check it out, guys. We have all the gear, our new rifles, new scopes, mounting rings, and we're at Thompson long range. So I'm the kind of guy who likes to just, I get comfortable with the rifle and I'll shoot it over and over. So I think a couple videos ago, a couple weeks ago, we showed you guys I was shooting my 300 Weatherby rifle, my 3378, and then this new 307 model, the 280 Ackley. And I love them all, but man, when I get confident with the rifle, I'll just use it over and over. But we're at Thompson long range. So Scotty Thompson, he's helped us with so many of our rifles, guys. They've put together, between me, B-Mac, and Casey, they've put together probably a dozen or more rifles for us. Everything from mounting the scope, and then they'll take us to their long range shooting range out to 1,000 yards. So today we're actually going to build a new rifle for myself and Matty Ice. What did we get you? I don't even think Matty Ice has opened his new gun. We surprised him with a rifle. Check it out. It's the 7mm. It's a 7mm PRC. Matt's #1 choice of caliber to choose from our Model 307 on the Weatherby website. So we're going to put those two together. B-Mac brought his rifle. I think we're going to shoot it, just double check it on the course or the range. I don't know all the terminology of this stuff, guys. I'm just trying to shoot an elk next week on the elk hunt. So let's go inside, mount our scopes, and take them to the range. It's going to be fun. Welcome to Behind the Season. I don't know if he'll let us show you guys, but Scotty and his family have one of the most impressive collections of big bucks in this shop. This is where they do their shooting school, the Thompson Long Range Shooting School. But dude, the deer and the elk in here blow you away.
The biggest thing is when your neck is kinked, every time accuracy is like high and inconsistent. So you want this all to be in line. So whether your scope is high or low, this can help you get that line you want instead of having a kinked neck or having to. So that's where those adjustments come in. But I would say with this rail in a low ring, you're going to be close, maybe up a little bit.
Stay low, most likely.
Perfect picture.
Pictures like
Okay, so you want to go just a skosh forward.
What do I do?
Soft winners. I will be back.
Oh, what do I do?
Matt had a 10 last year.
And by the time he wakes, I'll be halfway to my best friend's home. It just dawned on me, life is as fleeting as the passing dawn. And I should have told him twice, I believe in something bigger than both of us. I miss going out to bars, shooting stars, not worrying about what's left of us. Give me my dogs back. Everything that dies makes its way on back. I lost the last lie in a heart attack. I need more.
So flapping these rings is something I think a lot of people probably don't do. Mark and Scott, though, have always proven to us through, it doesn't matter the brand, by the way. We've probably tried 4 different brands of rings over the last, since 2016. And consistently, what you'll see is the tolerances that come out of the factory from the package are not completely true. And so the way they're explaining it is when these scopes are sitting in there, if it's not completely true to this steel bar or the 30mm tube on your scope, for example, you're only going to have contact when you torque these down to the 18 pounds that Vortex requires. It's not going to be just perfectly even across. And so what we noticed on mine, as I'm changing scopes, and on Eric, he's putting on a scope, is some inconsistencies. And so that's why we're using the 220 grit compound, lapping bar, trying to even these things out. So when we remount the scope and torque them down to 18 pounds, it's going to have a very flush, even contact all the way around the entire tube. And if you think about it, like Scotty was explaining, over time, like the recoil from shot and travel and, you know, maybe a fall, etc., the scope is basically just, if you don't lap it and the rings aren't dialed, the scope's sitting on a couple small pieces of the ring instead of being completely perfectly encased in all of it. I don't know if I explained it the way Scotty would, maybe not as great, but it's been interesting because it doesn't matter what set of rings we've tried over the years,
every one of them has needed some level of this. Some need it a little bit more, some need it a little bit less. But that's, I would say, one of the things these guys are super passionate about and very particular is making sure we lap the rings in every single scope that we set up. And then you'll see through the rest of the way they set it up how particular they are on the plumb bob, getting everything completely level, and making sure that when you walk out of here to go to the range, your stuff is very dialed. These guys are super particular about it. So it doesn't take too much typically, but
Tip number 1, mounting your scope properly.
level it up, but just kind of, I want to just be able to move the scope. I might want too tight on the front.
Oh yeah,
So
that
the
the
pink string, we want to go vertical with the reticle. So we'll get that clear.
Can I move this, right?
So a lot of different companies will go off the cap, but I've seen inconsistencies on the cap sometimes. So we like to use the plumb string.
Yeah, I think I can basically cover that whole peak string right there. I think I can't see any of it now.
What pound did you do?
A little rod. A little rod right there.
Step number 2, find a round your rifle likes. One more?
Yeah.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole. We are going to set the zero in at 300. We've got a big old target out there. Start there.
That usually
Okay, give me one more there. Same thing.
Beautiful.
those two the same?
Yeah.
So pretty good left and right, just low up.
We're loosening, so I'm going to come past 6.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 6.
Okay, fire in the hole.
Okay.
Hey, not bad, a little left, huh?
Yeah, left to right, I won't worry about the whole way out, because when you see that hit, you see the dust. If you come back to 300, your left to right was spot on.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to worry left to right the whole way out. All I want is up and down.
And I'd say we're pretty happy with that then.
Yeah. So the further out we go, the more it'll tell us.
Fire in the hole.
Solid.
I can't call it perfect.
Yeah.
But up and down, dude,
Solid.
that's pretty dang close. That's gnarly. Straight to 900. I'm not a good shooter either, so it's like, it's not me, it's this thing.
Tell the
setup.
That was your fourth shot.
That was my fourth shot, 900 yards. Held a little bit right for the wind, and man, we're right there.
I think it likes this ammo.
It likes that ammo.
Feed it.
Feed it what it likes.
Give me my thorns back. Everything that dies makes its way on back. Lost in last July in a heart attack. I need one small
Sometimes the biggest
victory.
thing I think is 2 more. 1,000-yard shot, B-Mac.
Okay, guys, the third tip Scotty's going to talk about.
Put him on blast.
He doesn't want to, but he's going to because he's the expert. We're just the average guys trying to figure this out. Third tip. First tip, quick recap. To me, in my opinion, tip number 1, I think, has the greatest impact in your shooting consistency, which is the way you you guys are fanatical about the way that you mount your scopes.
Correct. Scope mount is key.
Very, very few people, if you like take maybe your rifle to a sporting goods store or possibly, you've tried it yourself, usually it's not to the same level as what Scott and Mark do. They take it to that next level. And why, in your opinion, is it necessary? Comparatively, maybe just the old world thought is just, get it pretty close and get her tight.
So having your scope locked in, I mean, that is a key feature.
Yeah.
You use these things as a tool. When the scope is locked in, you have confidence that it's not going anywhere. Your zero is maintained. That is key. So yeah, tip number 1 is always take the extra time and mount your scope correctly.
Which, getting into the details, right? They're using a plumb bob, making sure that the scope is completely level, and then they're using a secondary level off of the most level part of the action of the rifle, and that's going to vary depending on what rifle you might have. And then we're putting on a bubble level on top of that so we can try to replicate that when we're out in the field shooting, no matter how you're canted, how you're sitting, because that extrapolates as you shoot further, the missing one way or another because if you're canted, your rifle's just going to get worse. So they're fanatical about that. They're fanatical about lapping the scope rings. Regardless of manufacturer, regardless of how great they are, in your history, has any of them been perfect out of the box?
Not out of the box. I mean, that inconsistency could go all the way back to the action, the rail, or the ring. So we just want to fix that right there on top with lapping those rings. And it doesn't take much, but you just want a perfect bed for that scope to lay in, and then torque everything according to spec, and you have a dangerous weapon.
So if you've ever watched the videos we've done with these guys in the past, you'll notice we typically get the rifle set up at the shop. They bore sight it there, come out, verify at 300. Occasionally we got to make a few adjustments, potentially up and down in elevation or the windage. And then we start walking it out. 500. In this case, we went 5, 9, and 1,000, which is a little bit rare. We're really keying in on the elevation.
Correct.
And when I say we, Scotty is. There is wind variation out there, certainly. And so we're more focused on that elevation. Is it hitting the right way? Are the ballistics correct? And then we're using the shooter app. There's a geoballistics app. There's probably a million different apps you could use. But we're building the ballistic specs into the app, which coordinate with the rifle, the ammunition that we're shooting. And then we can trust the ballistics once we know everything is set up and dialed and we're verifying it here. Then we can do that out in the field based on the weather, the barometric pressure, elevation, right? All those different variables can be captured and hopefully you can be in a position to start shooting great. So tip number 1 is huge. Tip 2, feed the rifle the ammunition it wants.
Correct.
And you were saying earlier, these days compared to when you got started years ago is much easier. Why?
Factory ammunition has come a long ways.
Yeah.
You can get consistency out of factory ammunition from multiple different brands. I see it every day. So buy a couple different brands of ammunition, take them to the range, and feed your rifle what it likes. The most consistent ammunition is what you're looking for. And not only 100 yards, you need to extend that to 300 yards. You want the most consistent performing ammo for your rifle. If you're a hand loader, then obviously it comes more into components and what bullets and primers and stuff you're selecting. But factory ammunition has come so far in the last few years that you can get the consistency you're looking for.
Okay, to bring this home, tip number 3 would be
Consistency and confidence. Know your equipment. When you guys come and you build them hands-on, you know this stuff, and it gives you the confidence, especially when it performs like it does.
Yeah.
But practice. Confidence is key.
We've been working with Scott and Mark at Thompson Long Range all the way back to 2016 when we very first started our partnership with the folks at Weatherby. I don't know if they've built every rifle we've ever shot, but they've built a lot of them with us coming up here. They've got an incredible range facility. They offer an incredible training program where they're going to teach you all the components of what we just went through today. So they're going to let you build a rifle, do some reloading, get you out here. And he just had a client this morning that was out here from New York. Never shot beyond 150, walked out of here today, putting consistent groups at 1,000 yards. And that's what these guys are known for. Their system, in my opinion, is tried and true, and couldn't recommend it enough to anybody. So look them up. We'll link these guys in our description of the video. And I know we are not experts at all at shooting. We got to continue to practice and get better at our craft. But it helps knowing that when we walk out of here, the tool is doing what it should be doing. The rest of it kind of falls on our shoulders. Hope you guys have enjoyed this section of the video. We're going to be heading out on an elk hunt here pretty soon. Had a pretty good season. And just as a heads up, new hunt films are going to be dropping the 17th of November. I believe it's a Sunday. Brand new hunt films start on that day, and they'll be going until they end, whenever that might be, hopefully through the new year. So buckle up. We got some good ones.
What do I do? Oh, what do I